Hello there, it's the 21st of September and we're just going to pick the pears. We're going to pick them all at once because we've got some time constraints and stuff, and so I'm just having a quick look around. I'll just show you what they are with relatively little comment. These are Concorde. You've heard me recommend these on a number of occasions. Julia, did the pears get any pesticide at all this year?
I didn't get many.
No. This one that's it's like that. You see that's been pecked by a wasp and it's rotting from the outside, from their outside. It's a bit of a problem. Anyway, these are the Concorde and they're actually carrying a very good crop. I recommend this variety. I have recommended this variety. I continue to do so. It's a cross between Doyenne du Comice and Conference, and it has a lot of the reliability and disease resistance and cropping qualities of Conference, but I think it tastes better than Conference, and in fact I find it performs better than Conference as well. But a lot of the pears this year are going to go into Pear.
Less scab prone than Conference.
Yeah, it's a bit of scab there. I mean, we probably could store that because we're going to use these ourselves, aren't we? We're not selling any of these. And anyway, so I'll just move on when Julia's picking over the Conference. I'll just walk you around the Conference. The Concorde. This is not the biggest crop I've ever seen. Not the biggest crop I've ever seen these carry. So when you look at what the other pears are carrying, you'll see it's really quite good. It's been a bad year. I mean, rotting fruit should be picked up and got rid of before the rot spreads to other pears. Do watch out for getting stung. Wasps love these. So again, that's quite a nice crop there. These trees, I think they're about 10 years old, and these are on your classic quince A. You generally must pick pears before they ripen and store them, and they ripen in store. Next to the Concorde, we've got some Conference, which is the generally it's the go-to pear. It's the most reliable pear. These pears, because we've stopped doing the markets, most of our pear crop now goes to Pear, or for our own use, or we give it away, or when do we eat our own pears. A lot of scab on these. These are the same treatment, no pesticide this year. No pesticide generally means trouble. There's quite a lot of scab there. There's no possibility we could have taken this crop to market, and sort of bears up what I said, that if you're going to take a crop to market, then as a rule you have to apply insecticide and fungicide. There's a lot of scab here. This crop is completely unsaleable. It's not a bad crop anyway. These are our Conference, and as usual the Conference are carrying a slightly lesser crop than the Concorde. I'm not anti-Conference, but in my experience growing these pears next to each other in exactly the same conditions, same soil, same rootstocks, the Concorde consistently outperforms the its parent, the Conference. This is Beurre Hardy, a much more dense sort of pear. It's got a more solid base, not so elongated. This can be a very good cropper. This year it hasn't been. These are quite badly affected with pear scab, and I think 100% of this crop will be going to Pear. But I like Pear, so it's not a disaster, really. It's a shame it's not carrying a bigger crop. Quite vigorous growers. This year, a lot of growth, not much pears. And here's another Beurre Hardy. Scab isn't just cosmetic; it does sort of crack the fruit as well. Yeah, he's got no. Yeah, that's what I've already said. No, he's got no fungicide, and they've got a lot of fungus. Strange, I have never thought. Right, these are some of the pears I grafted over to other varieties. These are some Comice pears. These were very bad croppers, so even more prone to scab than Beurre Hardy. I've grafted this one over to Josephine de Malines. We have one or two accidents here where the grafting made very, very strong, long growth. Some of it got snapped off in the wind, which does happen. We lost one there with a nice growth coming away. Just snapped off in the wind, so I actually cut these back quite hard. Anyway, I'll cut it back hard again in the winter. But if anyone wants a bit of rootstock, a bit of cyanwood from Josephine de Malines, which is a very nice pear, and we'll have some. This was Santa Claus, and that's grown very well too. Hey, it's even formed some fruit bud. That's a bit I put in. It's great shoots. It's actually matured some fruit bud. That's very good. So that's Santa Claus. That's done okay. That one over there is Sackle. Similar thing. Williams. This hasn't produced a lot of fruit. The fruit all dropped early, and it must have been very sweet because the fox and the badger ate it all before we could get to any of it. And here is my little darling Sackle. This pear, as has been said, is claimed to have been found growing wild in the Philadelphia woods by a trapper, but this has been growing away tragically weakly for ages. Anyway, I grafted some onto a bigger tree and it's growing away strongly now, so yeah, who knows, one year we might get even a decent crop. Although having said that, this is the biggest crop we've ever had. It's a lovely pear and it's very pretty as well. I'll just walk you past the espaliers. I'm not going to put any videos about pruning them this year. This is a Doyenne du Comice espalier, and here are the two pears growing on it. It just doesn't always do well, you know. This is Beurre Hardy espalier. We had a whole box of fruit off of this one, a really big load. Just bad weather at pear blossom time, that was a lot of the trouble. This tree's carrying maybe 8 or 10 pears, which is fairly pitiable compared to what we have had from it. This is Josephine de Malines, and again carrying a very, very tiny crop. And this is Santa Claus. Goodness, that looks like the beast thingy in the Fantastic Four film, isn't it? Again, Santa Claus, a very attractive pear, very attractive foliage, quite a long keeper too. But this year just hasn't come to much. It was a bad year for pears, or for us anyway. And here's Josephine de Malines. No, sorry, it's Winter Nellis. This one is very prone to the pear midge. Blossoms earlier than the others. We didn't get a bad attack of pear midge this year, thankfully. I hit it very hard last year or so. All covered in scab. This will all be going, the whole of this crop. Well, we'll select a few of the very finest ones for ourselves, but otherwise, generally speaking, that will all be going into Perry, of which I'll be lucky if I get 4 gallons this year. I had 20 gallons last year, and I loved it. Did we 20 gallons? No, we didn't get 20 gallons. We got a lot more Perry last year than we're going to get this year. Anyway, so it's been a bad pear year, okay? And oh, did I mention that pear scab is quite endemic in this country, and the only reliable way to stop it is the timely application of fungicide, which we did not do this year. Okay, I better go and do some work.